before I actually start the intro. A lot of people ask me how I'm able to be so jovial all the time in my videos. Well, it's an inherited skill. You kind of have to work on it. But you've heard me kind of be solemn in my voice up to this point, but watch this. Hello, one and all. Welcome back to another RWBY discussion. I am the Max Few Trades. With me, as always, is my friend.
You're only me, and my ears are bleeding.
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to get so loud so quickly, but you know what? Prior context is for the week. You might have noticed that we may or may not have missed a week due to personal issues. That's just going to be the way things are sometimes. Can't really fight against it. You just got to roll with it. Either way, all is forgiven. We can move on.
And just FYI, those things were on my end.
Yeah, well, that's fine, my dude. It's all good. You can't control life. Life comes at you fast. It comes at you crazy. Sometimes you got to put certain activities on hold in order to get through them, and that's all right.
And thankfully, I have you as a friend, and you were cool with postponing this.
Obviously. Because my friend's well-being is definitely more important. Regardless, we're here now, and we can talk about, well, we're actually going to be talking about two episodes, episodes 7 and 8, worst case scenario, and cordially invited. It's going to be a double feature. If you got a problem with that, too bad. You get no choice. Get out of here.
Yeah. But before we talk about this, I gotta talk about this thing I'm holding. I can't see it on camera, so go watch a video I posted or go to my Twitter. Because I talked about this before. The gift that Max here was sending me is, in fact, Gamble's Shroud.
Yay! Now we both have now we both have our favorite characters' weapons.
Yep. And I'm just throwing this out there. If we got into a sword fight, Max would win.
Probably, because I think your weapon is made out of wood.
Yeah, well, yours is metal.
Mine is made of metal.
So if I stabbed you with this, it would just be, ow, that hurt. But if you stabbed me with yours, it would just be like, I am the deaded.
I guess it depends on where I hit you with it. Luckily, I would never do that.
No, neither would I.
Also, my weapon is a lot easier to use because it's just a sword. Yours is like a freaking transformer.
Well, mine is technically two swords.
Technically two swords. But you still need to, like, you need to set them up.
I could block you with one and attack with the other.
I mean, that's true. We do have a makeshift shield, so that works.
Mm.
Anyway, other than that awesomeness, anything else to talk about before we get into this?
Nothing overtly related.
All right, then. So, Volume 7, Episode 7, worst case scenario. Penny is not having a good day.
No, she's not. Although, I love the hand coming over and passing her on the head.
Robots being friends with robots. Gotta pat them on the head.
My first thought was that it reminded me of that Robo-Arm in the first Iron Man movie.
But, yeah, so we actually flash-forwarded. No recontextualization through different perspectives back in time. We're actually several days after everything horrible happened.
Yeah, which, admittedly, yeah, it sucks that we didn't get to see, like, the other stuff, but...
It's also not necessary.
Aside from maybe some fan service and Easter eggs here and there, what would it have done?
Not a whole lot.
Yeah.
So, jumping ahead a bit in order to continue the story, it made a lot more sense. So, we got Robin and her group just kind of ransacking things. Because it's like Robin Hood, you know, how they do.
Yeah.
Although I gotta ask, what is these semblances? I'm not 100% sure. One looks like blue hair looks like they've got an EMP.
That's not an EMP. I think it's a cloaking field.
Fair enough.
So the soldiers just outside of it can't see what's going on inside of it.
That makes sense. Well, here's another thing. Lamb Girl is basically fine. So that's good.
Yeah.
Also she has a black hole in her hand, I guess.
Yeah, pocket dimension semblance, I guess.
Like, that's horrifying.
I wonder, can she trap people in it?
I refuse to believe that she can't.
Wait, what if she's the ticket to getting rid of Salem? Just put her in the pocket dimension. Boom!
Thank you.
Problem solved!
Thank you, no-name Lamb Girl, who was introduced in Season 7.
I think her name is Fiona.
Yeah, probably. Either way, I don't know. Are sheep known for having pocket dimensions in their hands?
Not that I'm aware of, although I don't spend a lot of time around sheep, so I wouldn't know.
I have goats at my house, and I can assure you, they do not have black holes. They eat a lot, but other than that...
Really? I thought Casper the Friendly Goat would have had something going on.
No, it's just a good goat.
Yeah, and a very good name.
Yeah, indeed. Now anyway, so... things are obviously going pretty terribly. Penny's been framed for murdering about a bajillion people.
Yeah.
And by a bajillion, I mean more like 6, but you know.
Yeah.
Ironwood is having some serious problems. He's pretty much going to go into martial law. But then Nora was all like, no.
Admittedly, I actually didn't know what that was when I was watching the episode.
You didn't know what martial law was?
No, because here's the thing, let me tell you. I've only ever heard martial law once before.
In Tekken?
No.
Oh.
It was in How I Met Your Mother.
Of course it was.
Yeah, because after Marshall passed this exam called the bar so he could be a lawyer, like, he was just singing, I'm a lawyer now because I passed the bar. I'm declaring martial law on this champagne.
Yeah, pretty much.
I just thought, okay, so is he just saying his name and then law? Okay.
Nope, no.
I
Military.
didn't know it was...
Nope, it's military government involving the suspension of ordinary law for the theoretical safety of its citizens.
Yeah, I know what it is since.
Well,
Googled
you
it.
didn't at the time, my dude, and you're looking like a fool.
Funny thing is, I googled it in my reaction.
Of course you did.
Admittedly, I forgot to edit that out.
That's okay. But anyway.
No one watches them anyway.
Dude.
I'm sorry, I make that joke too much.
You really do. You need to knock that off. But anyway, Nora's really acting like a real character here in this scene, which is really interesting because she's pretty much just been comedic relief at best the entirety of the series, really.
Yeah, but now she's telling off Ironwood.
And on top of
don't
everything,
do that.
well, on top of everything else, it works.
Yeah.
He's like, oh dang, this girl's right.
I have seen people speculate, what if this hints that Nora was originally from Mantle?
Doubtful.
Because, well, Samantha Ireland said that we should be getting some Nora backstory.
Oh yeah, I forgot. How the hell did she end up? How did she end up from Mantle all the way over to freaking Renland?
I guess we'll find out at some point in the remaining.
That made no sense. She was like freaking 3. Didn't even have a wooden mallet. How's she supposed to do that? That makes no dang sense. Anyway,
yeah,
we get something sort of vaguely resembling backstory for Tyrion, which is interesting.
Great segue.
Indeed.
Yep.
And it's exactly what it sounds like. He's pretty much just a complete and total psychopath. He kills people, but then he went poof and vanished.
Literally.
So, and everyone's like, yo, what happened to him? And everyone was like, who cares? He's gone. And now he's back. And that's a problem.
Now, here's what happened. The police were surrounding him, and he was like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna surrender. And then, gone.
Yeah, pretty much. But, yeah, everyone's like, oh, are we sure it was him? And it's like, I cut off his butt. Is what RWBY did. So, like, I don't know what you want me to say. Crow can back me up on that. He almost died because of him. Check the medical records. He was chock full of the poison.
Oh, Jesus.
It was.
No, I'm reading the bottom of this. Most notable was the repeated phrase, what are you? What are you? Like, one of the last scenes he was in.
Oh, that's weird.
That's disturbing.
More than slightly.
Oh, but it also says Tyrion's voice is the last recorded. The suspect seems to be weeping before stating the word beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like Salem.
Yeah, it's probably Salem killed a bunch of people to recruit him.
Yeah, makes sense. And now Nora's even angrier.
You won't like Nora when she's angry.
But yeah, sometimes I don't know, man. I'm not in the position to be able to really, I don't know what's right. I don't know what's wrong. You can just do your best. That's the whole. Yeah. That's the entire thing that they're basically going for with this entire season. Is like, doing what's right and what that actually means, whether it results in bad things or not. It's a big problem.
Yeah. Well, that and apparently, who do we trust?
Also true, but to a lesser extent.
Yeah.
Anyway, Everyone but Ruby and Nora seem to pretty much agree ultimately with what Ironwood says, including Ren, which deeply concerns Ruby and Nora. I don't know what that's ultimately going to amount to, but it's slightly worrying.
We'll find out soon, Lisa.
Ren is such an interesting character in that he seems so emotionless, but then he gets really emotional, and things happen.
Oh yeah. Like, he gets emotional when Knucklevy appears.
Very much.
He gets emotional with Nora. People get murdered.
It's true. So, from his perspective, man, it does not work out well.
Oh god. Oh, it's like Raven in Teen Titans.
Slightly.
That's depressing.
Anyway, Yang and Blake in a truck.
Yay.
They are in a truck. And they have a discussion about stuff about, I don't know, who's right, who's wrong, I don't freaking know.
Yeah, like, should we have told, Ironwood about Salem?
I'm in the camp that they probably shouldn't, because that really would end badly.
Yeah, and it sounds like, Yang and Blake both are. Like, Blake, more so.
Yeah, Blake is all about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. And I don't really feel like there is a right answer here. And no matter what you do, like, you either think of one thing and the other thinks that's wrong, or it's the other way around. Like, you either think one way is the correct way or you don't.
Speaking of, correct ways, Blake brings up that she's not sure how many good options are left. And, you know, keeping secrets, taking lives, and just how far they're willing to go to keep doing the right thing.
Then they talk about how they murdered someone.
Yeah. But, I mean, Yang says, yeah, we did what we had to do, but Blake's all, yeah, but I don't want us to do that again. I want us to be able to not do that when the time comes.
Well, I have some bad news, Blake. If you're gonna be a huntress, you're gonna kill things. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah, it's like... You know, there's a quote from this live-action Halo series, Forward Unto Dawn. It was a promotion for Halo 4. Basically, this cadet brings up... Well, subtly brings up that his brother died when someone was giving a lecture about, like, soldiers and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting some context. I'm sorry, but
it's okay. Context is for the weak.
If people want to know, go look it up. But anyway, the person giving the lecture says there's a question that's as old as war itself. If someone is trying to kill you, are you not to rise up and kill him first?
Interesting.
Admittedly, that quote did stick with me.
I can see why it would.
It's like, yeah, that's something that gets you thinking.
See, that's a lot more deep and eloquent than what I ended up thinking about. Because when Blake was talking about it and everything, I thought of that one Tumblr post about all of the popsicles, and it said, "There's always that one weak bee not down with murder." Blake, you are that bee, and you're not down with the murder. And you know what? That's gonna cause some serious problems down the line. You're gonna make this whole organization fall apart.
Okay, I gotta ask: is the term "bee" in this case a joke or?
No, it's just censorship.
Okay.
Because I don't make the swears.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you big doofus. Anyway, now we've got Penny's being scanned by machines about her memory.
Oh boy, this scene.
Yeah, that's always fun. And obviously Geppetto is having none of this.
Understandably.
Pietro, I mean, sorry. The closed captions actually told me. I keep forgetting. Why isn't he just called Geppetto?
You know, I still kind of wish that we just did that whole thing where you say Geppetto, I go Pietro, you just go whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
That's like an ongoing. But we never did that.
Yeah, no. The moment has passed.
Yeah, it's long past.
Yeah. Luckily, RWBY has wised up to a lot of things over time, and basically it's like, okay, so here's the thing about Salem. This is what she's trying to do. It's all she's ever tried to do. It's kind of her one and only thing that she does. She likes sowing the seeds of discourse and discontent, and making people doubt each other, turn on each other. That way she doesn't actually have to do anything. She is lazy.
Yeah, but she would totally kill literally everyone if she tried.
Yeah, if she tried. But she hasn't, and that's the difference.
Yet.
Also true. Anyway, we get some pretty nifty...
I also love Maria's line, like when they were just talking about people hacking stuff. Hacking, technology. Why can't people just do what they used to and fight to the death?
It was very
simple. You must be.
No, absolutely. I actually very much prefer her line of thinking. It's just easier. Like, oh, you can't actually fight things on an even playing field. You gotta do all of this subterfuge and crap. Like, then just fight. Just do some fighting, and there you go.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. I mean, says the lady with cyborg eyes.
Oh.
Just throwing that out there. Anyway, we get some more context on, I don't know, basically the Atlas security and everything and all that sort of stuff. Then we get a new reaction image that I've been using a lot.
Yeah.
With Weiss. With hand on chin. Something isn't right. Because we're getting Detective Weiss up in here. And it's pretty great. And I love it.
Yep. And I had that idea of doing outfit swap for Weiss and Naoto. And
Indeed.
Weiss being a detective.
Exactly. Because she's trying to figure stuff out. And luckily that's going to keep going. But we'll get to that when we get to that.
Also, I kind of want to just add with the outfit swap thing. I don't know, maybe Naoto, like, just with a slight blush on her face and be like, I really like this.
maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, but now we get some pretty good, some characterization and, the like from Pietro about Penny and the like. We learn a couple things, basically about the team that ended up making Penny, and how, even to Pietro's surprise, his idea of creating a girl robot was the one that ended up getting selected over a bunch of other ones.
Yeah, and when talking about this team, he conveniently has his thumb over one of them.
I know! He also conveniently has his thumb over someone's face. I wonder who that could be.
Atlesian scientist, yeah. He's hiding their face. Oh gee, who could this be?
Like, they even have their hands in their pockets to mask every possible thing about them, and I'm just like, okay, come on now.
Yeah.
Who holds a picture that way?
I'm not gonna lie, if people are genuinely surprised when it gets revealed who this is, then it's just like, if I saw that coming a mile away, then you must have too.
Yeah. We also learned that, ultimately, their experiments to give a robot a soul and what have you, it didn't really work. So, instead, Pietro just gave Penny his aura.
Well, part of his.
A good chunk of it.
Yeah, and...
The point is, it's not doing him any favors.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like with Jean in Volume 5, I don't think I've ever seen like, something so heartwarming and equally gut-wrenching.
Yeah, it's pretty... yeah. And in order to rebuild Penny and the like, well, that means he needs to get even more, which means eventually he'll just end up dying, recreating her, and that would be bad, and it's obviously something that's going to happen.
Unfortunately.
Pietro is so close to dying. It is dark, it is messed up, and I do not like it, and Maria, you have a gigantic head.
It sounds like he took all of Crow's death flags.
He definitely did.
But then again, those death flags didn't kill Crow.
And oh my god, he moved the thumb and it's Watts!
Oh my god!
Who could have ever foreseen it being Watts?
Literally, most people!
Most people, because who... Of course, the best way to get through Atlesian security would be somebody who freaking built the stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, our next scene is pretty fun, because...
Yeah.
Robin opens up another one of the trucks, expecting not much of that stuff, and then boom, it's Blake and Yang, and they're like, "Hey, yo, we surrendered. Don't do something stupid." And Robin's like, "Jesus Christ, they're surrendering! Run away!"
I know.
Because she's apparently stupid.
I didn't even think about that when I was watching the episode.
I was like, "Oh God!"
People with their hands in the air. Oh my God, no! They're probably gonna wave around like they just don't care. I can't stand that song.
Peaceful discourse. I ain't having any of that. I'm running. Luckily, Blake and Yang are like freaking, well, Blake is a ninja. Yang catches up.
I still love this thing where Blake uses Gamble Shroud to swing over the cars and around the alley.
It's true. And
I love it.
Blake continues to just keep asking. It's like, hey, so we're just trying to talk to you, and they're not even actually fighting back, but Robin keeps, like, doing stuff. It's just like, come on, lady.
Yeah. Also, like, oh, I love this moment. Fire Clone!
Yeah, you like the fire clone.
Yeah, for those who don't know, the Fire Clone is my favorite of, like, Shadow Clones.
I like the rock clone.
Yeah.
And then Robin, being the,
They're all good.
Robin being the peak of the dum-dum that she is, it's like, hey, if Ironwood wants me, oh, he'll have to do better than this. And it's like, we're not trying to catch you, you absolute moron.
Yeah, if they were, you probably would have been caught by now, Robin.
Yeah, no, I definitely think you're not that impressive. Like, you're stalling. Now shut your stupid face. And then they explain their piece. Robin doesn't believe them, but apparently she has a lie detector semblance or something.
Yep, apparently.
Which is weird. I don't really entirely understand how that works, but there you go. It's like, oh, I'm about to figure it out. It's like, I'm gonna prove that you're a liar. And then then Blake just says what she says. It's like, wait, you're not lying? Oh crap. Ah, crap! You were supposed to be lying.
Also, I gotta give props to Blake, because, you just meet this person, they try to fight you, and they're just like, okay, I don't believe you. Take my hand so I can try and believe you. Would you do it?
Probably not. Honestly, it was probably a very stupid decision on Blake's part, but it worked out in the end.
But at the same time, she probably thought, you know what, Yang has my back, so if something goes wrong, then she'll be all over it.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I'll lose my arm? We've learned that ain't no thing.
I mean, if that happens, they'll match.
Exactly. It would actually be it would have been on opposite arms, too. It would have been funny.
And that means Blake would match with 2 members of Team RWBY.
That's true.
You know, Scar in the stomach.
Mm-hmm. Very good times. Very good times. So, Robin still doesn't really know what to think, but, I mean, it's a step in the right direction at the very least, so that's good.
Yeah. So, also, I love after Robin finds out that Blake's telling the truth, Yang's all, handy semblance.
I didn't even pick that up as a pun. I don't even know if it was supposed to be a pun.
I choose to believe it was.
Then, congratulations, Yang has made her second pun in the series ever.
Yay.
You know that thing people constantly characterize her as doing all the time? Yeah, that would be the second.
Admittedly, yeah. Unless we want to count Chibi.
And we don't, because that doesn't count. Because everyone in Chibi was basically just an entirely different version of themselves.
Plus, if we were counting Chibi for stuff, then Blake can break physics.
Exactly. And, I mean, we don't have proof that she can't. Anyway.
Also, we almost got our third swear.
We almost did.
But the Yang was like, no, I'ma censor you.
Which is ironic,
I know, right?
considering she was the speaker of the second curse word.
Yep. And they have to find the speaker of the first.
It's true. It's called character development.
Speaking of whom, I was actually terrified that he was lurking in the shadows during this talk.
I mean, freaking probably.
Yeah, but...
For such a psychopath, it's weird how stealthy he is.
Yeah, but I don't think he was, and... Like, those shots where it's just, like, lingering on a certain moment, I just kept thinking, oh god, Tyrion's gonna pop out, isn't he?
Yeah, probably. I mean, eventually he's going to.
Yeah.
And basically, we're gonna close things out. We got Oscar and we got Ironwood, and they're talking about the relic inside the relic dome.
Yeah, and it turns out our little theory that gravity dust was holding the kingdom above. Yeah, that's the public story, but actually it's the relic.
Which actually makes a lot more sense, because gravity dust, I can only imagine there's only so much of the dang stuff, and constantly replenishing it so that the town doesn't fall out of the sky, that seems really impractical.
Yeah.
Of course, this also means that if someone removes the relic, it's just gonna plop on down and crush everyone in Mantle, like the freaking plate in that crushed Midgard Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of bringing that up in your stream the other night.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. He's gonna drop you're gonna drop a continent on a continent. Or rather, a city on a city. But it still counts.
Yeah.
It's gonna be dark.
Well, to be fair though, the villains have to get the Winter Maiden first.
That's also true. I honestly don't know. Because on one hand, it's like... I don't know. It seems like a maiden on the side of good would make things... I don't know. I feel like the villains can't ultimately completely win this volume because they keep always winning.
Hmm.
Like, you kind of need to have the heroes get some kind of victory, you know?
Yeah, but then people are like, no, the villain should win.
Okay, well, they're wrong.
Yeah, I know.
They're wrong and they're stupid. I am not afraid to say that.
Nor am I on certain things.
But yeah, so, you know, Oscar and Ironwood, they have themselves a real deep conversation. Oscar's proving to be pretty dang wise, all things considered.
Yeah, and sounding more like Ozpin.
It's true.
Which I'm not sure if that's concerning or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be interpreted as good or whether or not it's an assimilation thing.
Yeah.
But once the assimilation thing is complete, I'm actually banking on the idea that Ozpin is going to basically fade away into Oscar rather than the other way around.
Hmm.
I mean, it makes sense. Ozpin considers himself a failure. Might as well just start over from scratch with a completely different person, you know?
Huh. Maybe?
And I mean, there's all this foreshadowing and foreboding about Oscar basically being undone and into basically Ozpin. What if it was the other way around? It would make sense, is all I'm saying.
That would be a good way to subvert expectations, which I've seen people say RWBY love to do.
That's true. Also, Ironwood says the very worrying phrase, "I'm not going to end up like Lionheart."
Hmm.
So that's a bad sign.
Well, in what way are we talking about?
Yeah, and we end the episode with them getting an invitation to Schnee Manor.
Well, we also get some, like, PTSD going on with Ironwood remembering the symbol on the hack.
Bad stuff is going down, my dudes. Bad stuff.
Yeah. It can only get better. Oh, wait. Jacques inviting him to a thing.
Oh, no. And ordinarily we would be done and we would just move and we would stop there, but we've got an entire other episode to talk about, although it is admittedly shorter.
Yeah. But
Luckily,
I don't know,
luckily oh, sorry, go ahead.
This episode as a whole before we talk about the next one.
Okay, sure. I mean, it was a good episode. It answered some questions about basically the origins of Penny, how she was created and everything, which is always good.
Yeah.
Robin has a slightly better idea of what's going on, but I also don't know how much that's really going to factor into things in the end.
Yeah, and we know, like, well, more stuff about the relic.
So, I mean, it's a bunch of... It's world building and what have you. I know a lot of people complain about that, and they just say, why aren't they fighting? And everyone just wants every episode to be non-stop fighting, which is dumb, but...
I want all action, no plot.
Plot is for nerds. Except I actually really like the plot and the story, but everyone's all like, I hate all of this politics. Like, oh, shut your butts, people. It's a freaking show.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, I thought it was a perfectly good episode.
Yeah, so did I. And
So-
admittedly, yes, it's a massive point for me because I got to see the Fire Clone again.
Yeah, obviously. So I guess
Yeah.
we're moving on to episode 8. Cordially,
And just to give-
cordially invited.
I was going to give a better idea on why it's on it being my favorite, but okay.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
Alright. Yeah, basically, it's my favorite to the point where if a certain matchup for Blake happens in Death Bell, I want that to be involved with the kill. Provided Blake wins, of course.
The point is,
Yeah.
we've got another episode to talk about.
Yeah.
Alright, so luckily for me, it starts with Weiss, and she's doing more of her thinking about stuff.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot of that.
Indeed. RWBY is sort of trying to, like, be, hey, maybe things are gonna be A-OK-O, you know? And Weiss is all like, no. I know my family. My family is a sick, twisted, monstrous place, and ain't nobody got time for that. Also, I find it interesting. This particular meeting of the minds that we're having here right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Where's Blake?
What?
Blake isn't in this scene.
Yeah, she is.
Where is she? Oh, that's her leg.
Down the bed with Yang.
I didn't see her. Never mind. I'm an idiot. I thought it was just really weird. It's like, man, Blake isn't there, but Oscar is. That's interesting.
By the way, is it weird that I've actually sat on stuff in the exact same pose as Blake and Yang?
Slightly. Oh wow, yeah. Blake even speaks. Wow, I'm just complete idiot. I'm sorry. Anyway,
Wow.
It's nice that they're involving Oscar in this.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Why did I think that? All right, it doesn't matter.
I don't know. Let's just move on.
Yeah. Anyway, so Weiss is confused about all of the things and how nothing makes any sense, and she is correct in her assessment that nothing makes sense because why did her dad win that election? It's like it all just doesn't line up. And then there's the million billion dollar question. Y'all think your dad has something to do with Salem? And Weiss is just like, man, if he had the chance, friggin' probably.
To be honest, though, I doubt he does.
No, I don't think he knows anything about Salem specifically. Maybe maybe the most surface level stuff, but like.
Oh no! Here's what happened.
What's up?
Jacques was all, "Hey, so I got this master, and she wants me to help to do some stuff, and it involves making you win the election. I'm in. Don't you want to hear anything else? No, I just heard I can win the election, so whatever it is you want to do, I'll do it. No questions asked. Let's do it."
Pretty much. That sounds exactly like it.
Okay, I had this whole speech prepared, but sure, let's do that.
All right, that was easy. It's like, wow. Usually it requires slightly more effort to indoctrinate people. You're just straight up a bad person. Fun. But,
yep, and I'll give Jacques this, though. He does live in a very nice house.
Oh, that much is definitely true, but RWBY has assigned Weiss to sneaking about, as she is known for doing.
I made that exact pun in my reaction.
As you should.
Yeah. And I've seen people bring this up on Twitter. Look at the front of the car they arrive in, the hood ornament, as you guys call it.
Okay, I guess I can try.
Because,
Where,
what is
though?
it?
I don't know. I can't really see a hood ornament in any of these.
Right before it pans up to show Ironwood and Winter. Oh, when Winter walks away.
No. Dude. It's the
Right?
It's the Rubosaurus!
Yep!
Oh my god, they brought the raptor back!
Yay!
Oh my god!
I remember those screenshots, it was amazing.
Oh my god, that's awesome. I mean, it's not the Velociraptor falling out of the destroyed ship, but you know what? That is awesome. Oh, that makes me really happy.
Me too.
the Rubosaurus, that's great.
Yay.
And I very much enjoy the line from Ironwood. It's like, should we smile for the cameras? And Winter says, you would have to pay me. Because Winter is very unhappy about being here. Even more so than Weiss. And Weiss does not want to be here. It's like,
Does anyone want to be here?
It's like, well, I sure did run away from this place, and now I'm walking back through the front door.
Yeah.
And
Let's be real. No one in this group wants to be here.
Oh, absolutely not. Also, we've learned that Whitley here has been demoted to House Butler.
Or is it... Well, actually, yeah, I guess it would be demoted. And, unfortunately, speaking of Butler, we have to talk about something rather depressing.
But the Klein got fired?
Why?
Well, I mean, it beats what I thought was going to happen to him, which was murder.
I guess. Well, then again, what if that's just what he's saying to cover it up?
Well, then we'll find out later, won't we?
Yeah, probably. Like, I was looking forward to seeing Klein again.
Yeah, well. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, there was no way in hell that he was ever going to be able to hide the fact that he helped Weiss escape.
He could have lied.
It's just unfortunate. Also, vote for one of the best lines in the entirety of the series. General, how exactly big do you think our dining room table is? I happen to know it's enormous.
Yeah.
But, yeah, most of the people aren't going to actually attend that, but it's still funny, because later in the scene, when you see that table, I think actually everyone might have been able to.
Let's be real, we know what he was really talking about.
No.
He wasn't talking about Jacques' table. Nah. He was talking about something else. He was talking about Jacques' ego.
Oh.
Because it is enormous.
Okay. I had no idea where you were going with that, and I was very confused.
No, I made it sound that way intentionally.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Also, shout out to the closed captions for actually putting in parentheses, Whitley laughing smugly.
Yeah, he's a smug little
He's
thing.
a no good, Nick. No one likes that. Anyway, so we got a large group of people, and that's all pretty great. Crow apparently just straight up is friends with Clover. That's cool.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that because it's just nice to see Crow not be miserable for once.
Yep,
And he does his best to avoid alcohol, so that's good.
Yeah, I'm so proud of Crow.
Yeah, he's making progress, and that's what you want to see, and that's what you want to hear. Anyway, and then Dem Hips is all like, "All right, don't do nothing. Like, don't wander off. Don't break stuff. It's all good." And then Yang's all like, "Hey, what if we wander off and maybe break stuff?"
I know.
Because that is how the Yang do.
That's probably one of the best lines in the episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of good lines in this one. I like it.
Yeah.
Also, I guess Weiss has an earpiece or something, so that's pretty cool.
They all do.
Well, I don't know that. I mean, obviously they would kind of have to, otherwise her earpiece would mean nothing, because then she wouldn't be able to communicate.
Well, didn't we see RWBY take one out in Volume 6?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was right before she did the Silver Ice thing on the Leviathan.
Huh. Oh yeah, you're right. She turned it off. Curse everyone's beautiful, voluminous hair for blocking these things out from detail.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You know what we can't block out?
What's that?
Whitley.
Yeah, he's the worst.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I'm not even sure what specifically he's attempting to do. I don't know if he, like, thinks that that Weiss is off to go do sneaky stuff and is trying to stop her from doing that, or if he's just really trying to be a smug braggart. I don't really know what his plan here is. Like, is it actually have a point, or is he actually really just being that vain?
I don't know.
I honestly do not know. But Weiss is trapped, which requires an alternate team to be able to make some stuff happen. But we'll get to that when we get to that. Oscar has hors d'oeuvres. That is funny to me.
Yeah, it looks like he has Oreos with a mint on top.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I'm just saying that's what it looks like.
It does look like an Oreo.
Well, it's either that or I think someone said peppermint patty.
I mean, it all works.
I don't think we even have those over here.
But okay, yeah, I'm looking at this table. Definitely.
Oh! No, you know what I'm looking at? The family portrait right behind Jacques before we even see the table.
Oh, hang on. I'm backing up.
Count the people.
Okay, wow, that's definitely newly taken.
Yeah.
Wow.
For those who don't see it, it's just Jacques, Whitley, and someone we'll see soon.
Yeah, indeed. And wow, yeah, and I think Winter's even looking at it. This family is the worst.
Yeah, now here's the thing that I wanted to bring up. We also see another photo.
Mm-hmm.
It's even throughout the house as well.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is, so go ahead.
Yeah. So, I'm going to send you a screenshot of it, actually.
That's going to make it way easier for me to find it.
Yeah. So, I think I've seen people bring up this portrait that's meant to be of Weiss's grandfather. And the biggest thing I took from this is specifically what he's wearing.
And I am very much interested in figuring out what that is.
When I realized this, I was like, oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Right?
I'm seeing it now. Weiss's knight is basically her grandpa.
We're not right.
Oh, that's symbolically amazing.
Grandpa Schnee is the Armagigas.
Oh my god. Weiss can summon Santa Claus.
Yay!
Which
I want to
means...
see I want to see the knight with a bag of toys and a Santa hat now.
Oh my god, this is perfection. We're learning so much.
If that fan art doesn't exist,
I know, right? It's
then
no
the
good.
internet's failed me.
For some reason, Robin Hill has apparently been invited as well. I'm not 100% sure what the long-term strategy with doing that was, but I'm sure there is one.
So he could take a photo with her for the camera as like, yeah, it was all good, but then just whisper in her ear, suck it, I win.
Of course. And then, of course, you gotta bring up Penny. It's like, hey, you brought your murder bot. What's up with that? And then Ironwood says something that actually doesn't really help things much by saying that Penny is completely within Ironwood's control, which is even worse. Because, yeah, I guess she is.
Yeah.
In fact, this is gonna play into a scene we'll see in a little bit that I find really interesting, and it's like a nice, I don't know, like a parallel sort of situation between two characters. We'll get to it when we get to it. But Penny is obviously not feeling great right now.
I can understand why.
Unsurprising to literally everyone involved. Also, symbolically, look at Robin sitting in the middle of the table, not really on either side.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
So there you go. Alright, so we return back to the party. Man, this house sure does love its night motif, don't it?
Yeah. And Yangzil, why won't this kid buzz off?
I know.
I think many people would have said something else.
Now, here's something that I was expecting, and it didn't happen, and I'm kind of glad that it didn't, but at the same time, it still kind of happened. So basically...
What were you expecting?
Basically, Team Junior here. Basically, John starts off with sentences, what was that earlier about breaking? And I could have sworn instead of things, he was going to say legs.
Oh, God.
Because of how happy and excited Nora is.
Oh, God, they just break Whitley's legs.
It just made me laugh, but anyway.
Oh, no, No, Ren uses someone to calm down everyone in the room. Jean's like, oh, grab him! Pins him down, and Nora is just smashing his knees.
There is literally, the least subtle thing in the world. Also, shout out to Nora, that is a lot of food.
Yeah. Well, again, that's how Nora do.
That is how the Nora do.
I like how they're doing this split screen thing to show what everyone's doing, though.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. Weiss continuously trying to escape, Ren helping out where he can.
Yeah.
And hilariously, the plan both works and doesn't work. Although, seeing Ren smile as the food falls is hilarious.
Yeah. And then here comes,
And then comes Fat Lady Bon Fattingstein. And then she gets hit, and then she throws Wayne. She throws the wine, and now he's purple, and that's funny to me.
It's funny to me as well.
Because he got hit with red wine on his whiteness, now he's purple.
Yep. Plus, I just love the slow-mo of the food falling.
Also wonderful.
Just like a great detail. And then there goes the wine on him.
Oh, good times. Also, I'm just going to very, very quickly save this screenshot of Weiss smiling, because it is precious. And that is glorious. Ruby laughing. All is good. And now it's now it's time for Weiss to go sneak.
And Whitley's off to whine about what just happened.
Indeed. Oh, I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Ah, that's good. Also,
because we're not in person. So 5.
There you go. Actually, no, hang on. On the count of 3, high five yourself, okay? 1, 2, 3. Good enough.
Well, because of the delay.
There is an audio delay. It will be impossible, but one day there will be times for high fives, and it will be glorious. Also, shout out to Chad for playing Councilman.
I recognized him immediately.
Well, yeah, better. You'll hear his voice all the dang time, and it's only a slightly altered version of his speaking voice.
Yeah.
But it's still awesome to hear him, though.
Yeah. I was like, hey, it's Chad!
Yay, Chad. And Winter is slowly but surely reaching her boiling point.
But for those who don't know who Chad is, shame on you.
I'm not going to bother explaining it. If you don't know, then you're a dingus.
No, that's the point of the joke.
Okay, that's what I thought. But yeah, Winter's having some difficulties.
Yeah.
But basically, they're all pretty much adamant on kicking Ironwood out of everything.
Yeah. I feel the exact opposite and feel that way about Jock. Well,
yeah.
Everyone does.
I mean, everyone's doing the best they can to, deflect all of these claims and the like. We know who is in the right. We know.
And Jacques, so, yeah, you've helped bring harm to the citizens. Oh, go choke on your own mustache.
I know, right? I refuse to believe it hasn't happened at least once.
I would like to see that, actually.
Okay, clearly need a trim. Also,
Could you imagine if that is how he dies?
choking on his own mustache. Yep, alright.
Yeah.
A bit anticlimactic, but at least it'd be hilarious.
It would.
Especially if someone ripped it off and threw it in there. Anyway.
Ooh. Oh! You've talked about wanting to see Wise kill someone. What if that's how she does it?
By taking his mustache?
And then shoving it down his throat?
That's a little dark. I don't think that's going to happen, my friend.
Yeah, probably not. But then again, the thought of Weiss killing her own dad is a bit dark.
Exactly. I don't think she's going to. That's just not in
but...
Weiss's character. And unlike, say, with Yang and Blake, I mean, if Weiss was put into a situation where she would otherwise die, then I could see her doing it. But other than that, I do not.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only reason Blake and Yang did what they did.
Yeah. Kill or be killed.
Indeed. So Winter, she's not having a great time, so she's decided to leave.
Did you notice when Winter shouts Jacques, it cuts to very briefly Robin smiling?
I do, which is a good sign. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. Also, as Weiss is sneaking about, and no, I will never stop saying that.
Neither will I.
Indeed. We see a bunch of family portraits. There's like about a bajillion of the dang things.
Yep.
I do. It's nice to see.
This family loves their candles, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. With blue fire somehow. Gotta keep that motif going, I guess.
I will admit, the blue fire is really cool.
No, I love it. But in the very far left, nice to see Weiss's original outfit again.
Oh yeah.
So that's cute.
We also see, I think, Whitley playing the piano.
That is Whitley playing the piano. We also see Grandpa Schnee again, and he looks like a freaking badass.
Yeah.
He's got long hair and everything. He literally is just badass Santa.
Yeah.
All in all, pretty great times.
I wouldn't mind seeing a flashback with him.
Oh, I mean, I feel like it's got to come up at some point.
But then again, we also got to get a Team Stark flashback.
Also true.
I feel like that's a bigger priority. Sorry.
Indeed. But anyway, Weiss manages to make it to her dad's office, and bum bum bum, it's Weiss's mom.
The final RWBY mother.
It took forever,
Has
and now
finally appeared.
And we're gonna have to wait to hear from her for another second because now we get to a really cool scene.
Yep.
We get Penny and Winter interacting with each other, and it's interesting because they want to basically be each other. Winter hates her emotions. She wants to stop feeling them. She wants to be cold and analytical and logical like a robot.
Jesus.
That's what she wants. Penny wants the exact opposite. She wants to be a full person. She wants to feel all the things that people feel and all of that and that general stuff. They are basically perfect opposites of each other.
Huh.
Shout out to Winter for also trying to spare Penny's feelings by saying, "Whoa, hang on, that's not what I meant," when she said that Penny would have no idea what she's feeling. That's not what she meant. Not because you are a robot. Because this entire building is terrible, and she does not like being in it.
I mean, take Jacques out of the equation, and I wouldn't mind living there.
Yeah. But yeah.
But then again, would I live there by myself? It'd get pretty lonely.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, Winter basically says that she's really upset about her outburst, but Penny says that she actually really enjoys that she did that, which again feeds into my whole, opposites thing.
I never would have thought of that, and I don't think I've seen anyone bring that up. Which is weird.
It is very weird. But anyway, time to talk to Willow, who apparently, yes, that is her actual name.
Okay, leading up to this episode, I even saw some people just say, because throughout the entirety of, I think, volumes 4 to this, everyone speculated that Weiss's mother is named Willow. But then I saw some people ask, where did that name actually come from when we speculated that?
Yes, I don't know.
As far as I know, I don't know either. That was just a fan theory, and then it came true.
So, I don't know. Either at one point that was stated and people just stuck with it, or they just decided to give her that name because that's what everyone was calling her anyway.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway. So we
Either
actually...
that or it's an insanely lucky guess by a random fan and then it spreaded.
Indeed. So, who the hell knows? Anyway, now that we finally get to see her, she looks like, well, like a very old version of Winter and Weiss.
Yeah.
So, not too surprising there, but I like her. Although she's also clearly, you can see a whole lot of pain in those eyes.
Yeah. It's rough to watch.
Yeah, she inquires as to what Weiss is even doing here. And Willow actually does just kind of throw this out here. Hey, you left. That made me sad. But Weiss doesn't really have time for any of that right now. Because the fact of the matter is, pretty sure Dad's doing some pretty messed up stuff. We need to figure that stuff out. But then it turns out that Willow is very much in agreement of that.
Which makes me happy.
It
because
does.
Jock is terrible.
Although, unsurprisingly, yeah, okay, so Willow's definitely hardcore alcoholic. Very distressing.
By the way, I can't help but laugh. Like, Jock's picture right at the back of the study, he has a really pencil-thin mustache.
Yeah, I guess he just decided to start growing it then.
It's just like, you look like the stereotypical French guy with that.
A little bit, yeah. Anyway.
Also, Willow's alcoholism has gotten worse.
Yeah, it definitely has.
Because, I don't know if you know about this. Back in Volume 5, Weiss was always saying it was a glass of wine here and a glass of wine there, but now it became a bottle of wine. That's vodka.
Is that more?
That's stronger.
I would have absolutely no way of knowing.
Yeah, that's in a drink that I enjoy from time to time.
Disgusting. But the good news coming from Willow, and she does have good news, surprisingly enough, is that she has apparently put cameras in every single room of the house. Because Willow just does not give a damn anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. Well, yeah, it's a good thing.
It's an amazingly good thing. That's the best thing that could possibly have happened. Because now we've got, like, evidence of so much crap. Although, of course, the reason behind why she put cameras everywhere is incredibly dark and disturbing, and I don't want to get into it. But
I just hear Jacques' plan is going to fall apart, and it's going to be amazing.
It really is. And it's going to be because partly of Weiss.
Yep.
Also, here's a nice little thing. Willow asks Weiss if she's here to stay. Weiss says no, and Willow is good with that.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Because you got to get out of here. It's clear that Willow here thinks that pretty much all of her chances and opportunities have pretty much passed her by. But yeah, she also hypothesizes that Jock is probably involved in something significantly more dangerous than he can comprehend, and well, we already know that.
By the way, I've just taken a screenshot to use for this section.
Awesome, thank you.
I will.
And wouldn't you know it? Look, guess what the first thing Weiss is able to find on that scroll is? The conversation of Jacques and Watts.
Yep, I know.
Which
I was
means
just sending you.
Yeah, which probably means we're even going to hear more about that conversation and the specifics of the plan.
Yeah.
Either way, there's no way around it. Weiss is about to learn a lot of stuff right now.
Yep.
Like, I think they're about to learn way more than any of them ever anticipated.
Yep. I just noticed she can see what's on the scroll.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in my reaction, it goes by kind of quick, and I just about make out Jacques, and I'm just like, okay, well, let's cut to another bit.
Exactly. And as Willow leaves, she finishes things off with basically saying that she shouldn't forget about her brother. Weiss says, obviously, okay, but yeah, he kind of hates me, so I don't know why I should care. And Willow, they all have W names, it gets confusing.
Yeah.
Willow basically says, of course he doesn't like you. You left him alone with us. And Weiss is left wondering what the hell that's supposed to mean for a second. But then ultimately decides, okay, well, I mean, that's something to think about, but I kind of got stuff I got to do right now.
Yeah, and I have seen people bring up, also, Whitley is a victim of what? I mean,
Technically.
Shock! See, I kept making that mistake in my reaction. I'm
Yeah.
so annoyed.
I noticed it a couple times, but I knew what you were saying, so I didn't correct you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You are forgiven this time.
Yeah,
And,
but
continue.
I'm sure that is the case. That he was probably subject to some kind of abuse from his dad and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. I don't really feel much sympathy for him at the moment.
See, that's the thing. Just because you have a good reason for being an asshole doesn't mean it's suddenly okay that you are.
Yeah.
Although what this does afford Whitley is a unique opportunity not a lot of other characters that everyone keeps constantly trying to make happen. Redemption. Unlike characters like, say, Adam or Emerald or other such characters of that general nature, Whitley is not directly or even indirectly responsible for the deaths of people. Which means there's a lot more space for forgiveness there. Really, he's just been a smug jerk. And that's possible to be made up for if he makes the right choices.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind seeing Whitley get a redemption sort of thing.
So if he wants to become a good guy, that's more than okay. He just has to actually earn it.
No, here's the thing. He becomes a good guy, redeems himself and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And because he's still currently the heir of the Shiny Dust Company, as Weiss would, he would move it in a whole new direction. He runs the company and does all the boring stuff.
And Weiss doesn't have to get stuck with it her whole life.
And she gets to go and have fun adventures with Team RWBY.
Huzzah! Everyone wins.
Yay!
You know what? I'm okay with this, actually. Huh. Now I'm actually kind of hoping for that. Not for the betterment of Whitley as a character, but just so that Weiss gets the maximum amount of joy out of life.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I want. And so, we end the episode on Watts and his superior mustache. Hacking the weather.
Oh my god!
He hits some buttons, and all of a sudden the rain turns to snow. When in actuality, what he's really doing is turning off all of the heating units inside of Atlas, which turns what would have... I mean, that's what... The heating units was turning the snow into rain. But now we're going to get one hell of a major snowstorm, and apparently it gets real cold here.
Yeah, because for those who don't remember, back in Chapter 3, I can't remember exactly who said it to RWBY, but someone says, without aura or heating, the snow in the tundra will kill you in less than a day.
Which is certainly a problem.
Yeah, because...
most people don't have that.
Yeah. Well, as far as we know.
As far as we know. I mean, I think the implication is that everyone has the potential to I think everyone has aura, because it's the thing of all living things.
Yeah.
But, plus, whether or not you have it activated, like, you know, with John.
Actually, that reminds me. Do we know the limits on, like, someone unlocking another person's aura?
Not even remotely.
Maybe that's something...
Why, are you suggesting that John awakens the aura of literally everybody in Atlas?
Or just, like, why don't parents just do that for their kids?
I know, right? At least it's, like, the most token and base amount of protection imaginable.
Yeah.
But, like, as we saw when Tyrion was murdering those people, like, they didn't have any auras.
Then again, don't you have to put it up, like, subconsciously?
Well, yeah, eventually.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems like the type of thing, especially in a world as dangerous as RWBY, where there are man-eating monsters everywhere. I don't know. It just seems like one of those things that should be, like, general education.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of keeping yourself alive.
Talking of general education, this kid apparently doesn't have one, because he sees the snow, and he's like, Mom, look, it's snowing!
Yay, snow.
Oh, boy. You have no idea what's about to happen.
Yeah, that kid's made out of stupid. But
that being said, that'd probably be my reaction if I were him, because I love snow.
I know you do.
It's pretty.
I know. That's why Weiss is so pretty. She looks like snow. Anyway, everyone, that was episodes 7 and 8, and thank you for your patience on us getting this little double feature out. And I certainly hope you enjoyed it. Is there anything else you wish to talk about, mate?
Nothing I can, well... immediately think of, at least.
Well, then, there you go. I'm sure as soon as the recording ends, you'll think of at least 4.
Yeah, and then I'll be like, butts.
Yep, that's how it works. Well, then I guess we're just done here for now.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, then. Well, I hope anybody who actually watched... Oh, what?
Oh, we should probably bring this up.
What?
It is going to be at least another week before we do this for the next chapter, because for those who somehow aren't aware, Rooster Teeth are doing the whole we're taking a break so everyone can spend the holiday with their family thing.
Which is a perfectly acceptable thing to do.
Yeah. So
yeah. At least this time it won't be our fault.
Yeah, on the 28th, which I guess might... Wait, would that be the day that people are seeing this?
I guess.
Yeah. There's no new RWBY episode on the Rooster Teeth website.
So there's not really much for us to be able to do. So, there you go.
That will be the following week.
Mm-hmm. Alright then. Well, then, anybody who watched this entire hour-long video all the way through, thank you very much. You are appreciated. And we'll see you when we see you.
Bye.